In our society right now, if you're middle class, you're going to eat a bag of dicks. We already understand that, right? Because we used to have this massive social contract that protected the average guy. The average guy would have he could get married, he could have a wife, he could have a stable job, he probably wasn't going to get exploited. And the thing you have to understand, your rights are maintained only to the extent that you collectivize. So back in the day, there was collective pressure for the system to work in a certain way. We decided to remove that pressure. Look, that's fine. That pressure is gone, but we have to acknowledge that collective pressure is gone. We've just laid back and said, you can just do whatever you want. Okay, we'll eat the bag of dicks. We've made that choice. So because that's where we are, we have to recognize that we don't have that collective help anymore. So we have to be very individually aware of what actions that it is that we're taking, right? When you have a collective group that says, okay, look, like we're not going to put up with this bullshit and we're going to lay down a proper frame here collectively, well then, you're probably going to have a wife. You're going to have a basic level middle class job that's going to take care of you. You're going to have a good social contract. You'll have a, maybe good price for a doctor or things like that. But you have to understand that life and society, the way that it's built, is always pressure and counter pressure, okay? It's almost like a big thing of water, and there has to be something like a bowl to contain that water. But if you just crack the bowl, you say, look, we don't care, it's laissez-faire, anything goes, they're gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. They will push indefinitely.